guys, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. Tiana here. So today's video is going to be my first impressions on the Fenty Beauty concealer. I am really excited to try this. I am going to be using the Fenty foundation today. I am not going to be using the powder. I've been seeing mixed reviews honestly on the concealer and the powders. Like some people, the shade range is not working for them with the powder. But I just recently bought 2 new setting powders, so I figured that I didn't really need that one, but I probably will get it down the line, just not right now. So today I'm just going to be focusing on the concealer and how it works with the foundation. So if you want to see my thoughts on the Fenty Beauty concealer, then please keep watching. Okay, so I got the concealer in $3.90. But this concealer does come in 50 shades. Yes, you heard that right. 50 shades. If you go on and you get a foundation so I have 2 Fenty Beauty foundations here. I have the shade 440 and the shade 450. So for 440, it would have automatically recommended a concealer 440 that would match up to this foundation. What I was looking at though on the site was that these were kind of dark, and even on some other reviewers here on YouTube in their videos, they were saying that they did have to go up quite a few shades. And I think it's personal preference, honestly. Is if you really want a lighter concealer, like a pretty bright concealer, then you're going to have to go up a few shades. So I did get $3.90, and my perfect shade in the Fenty is 440. So that is up quite a few shades, but we're going to see how it looks. So the packaging is obviously really similar to the foundation. It has that same kind of structured feel on it, and it's just very simple. This is just how it looks. This is how the applicator looks and everything. So it's very simple. Hopefully I'll keep the top to this because I lose the tops to my foundation so quickly, so easily. It's ridiculous. I do have a first impressions on the foundation, so I'm not going to really touch on the foundation too much. But so I'll probably speed through this a little bit just so we can go ahead and talk about the concealer. I'm using the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Primer as always. I'm interested to see how the concealer will blend with the foundation. I like the foundation. I love a matte foundation, so this was definitely one of my favorites in the 2018 favorites, and I have not had any problems out of this foundation, so I'm wondering how the concealer will wear on me. So now that I have that blended in, I'm going in now with the concealer. Oh, this is the perfect shade. I applied a little too much on this side and then a little less on this side just to kind of see what the feel is for it, because I don't know if this was a little too much. I feel like some people have been saying a little goes a long way, so we'll see. And I'm using a brush on this side, so I'm going to use a brush on the side that has too much, and then I'm going to use a sponge on the other side just to see if it blends out differently. I will say that it looks like it's blending in really well to the foundation, so that's a plus. And I'm actually loving the highlight that I'm getting from it. And I feel like I don't do a lot of super highlighted concealer shades all the time, so I'm actually kind of liking this. So now going in with the sponge. I feel like I'm kind of liking the way the brush blended it in a lot better. I don't know, it just looks like it's not blending in on this side. If you guys can see that, it's staying on top. Am I crazy? I definitely feel like it's not blending in on this side. I definitely think I prefer the brush. So I'm gonna go back over with this is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Just kind of press it in with this because I feel like the sponge just wasn't really doing a good job. And I told you guys I applied less on this side than I did on this side, so it shouldn't be looking like there's more on this side than there is on this side. So far so good. I'm gonna apply a little bit on my forehead and a little on my chin. I'm just gonna stick with the brush because I feel like sponge is just doing me dirty. Yeah, I definitely think the brush just gives it a more flawless blending application than the sponge does. I don't know, like maybe it's just me, maybe it's just my sponge. I don't know what's going on, but so I definitely think I want to get the maybe like a darker shade in the concealer. So far, I haven't set it yet, just yet, while I'm applying my contour shade. I'm not seeing too much creasing, but there is some going on in there, but it's not super bad to the point where like I would be mad that it was creasing. All right, so I'm just gonna take the setting powder that I like to use and just set this concealer. So I feel like, you know, mostly unless you're gonna like buy a whole line and always use them together, which is I feel like not realistic, because you might have like your favorite foundation to go with your favorite concealer to go with your favorite primer. I'm actually really liking the coverage of this concealer. I know you guys kind of far away, so I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but I'm really liking the coverage so far. Like, I like the coverage and I like the finish of it. Like, I didn't really get a whole lot of like glow or luminosity or anything like that, so I'm actually really liking it. I think I will do a little bit of a wear test, so I will have those clips inserted after this footage here. But so far so good. I'm actually really liking it. I have no complaints. As I said before, I am in the shade 390 and I think that this was my perfect shade. The only thing I will say is that for some reason, my sponge did not really do a good job blending this concealer in. So I liked the brush a lot better for blending in the concealer. I think as a first impressions, I think it's a really good concealer. It has really decent coverage, like really full coverage to me in my opinion, and I don't really see any like oiliness or luminosity. Of course, the real test is wearing it for longer than 5 minutes. So in the first 5 minutes, I don't see anything that is alarming to me. Hey guys, so I just got done filming and I wanted to do a little bit of a check-in. So it's been about 20 minutes since I applied the foundation, and I'm standing in front of my vanity mirror. Like, I didn't zoom all the way in so you guys can see it here. But overall, I would say I really love the coverage. Like, really love the coverage. Other than like right here, like where it's a little hollow and kind of like giving me like a green, gray, brown. I am noticing a little bit more glow. Like, I did put some highlighter on, but you can clearly see where I have the highlighter. And I did try to bring it down a little bit right in here, but you can kind of see it's looking a little luminous in here, which is not a big deal. I think my forehead is still looking good and my chin is still looking good, but I am getting pretty oily already, and it's been about 25-30 minutes. So I'm of course going to check back in with you guys in probably the next hour or so. It's been about 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours since I've been wearing the concealer. Coverage still looks pretty good. Looks like it may have settled a little bit right here, but other than like the oiliness like in my smile lines and maybe a little bit of shine here, I probably will wear it tomorrow all day and just give you guys an update. It doesn't look bad, but at the same time it looks like I need powder like right here. So my forehead, I feel like still looks decent. Chin still looks decent. It's not breaking up or anything like that. Hi guys, so coming to you from the car. I am wearing the concealer again today, and I just wanted to put in some footage from last night and then some footage from today. So I've had the concealer on today for about 6 hours. I applied it this morning around 6:45, so it's been almost about 7 hours. It's currently 12:55 now, and I'm only seeing the exact same thing that I was telling you guys last night. It's just just the like luminosity and like radiance like right in these areas. And that's pretty much the only thing that I would have to say about it. Like, I feel like the coverage doesn't slack, it doesn't break up or anything like that. Don't mind my ashy hands, but I'm just seeing the same kind of the same thing. So be wary of that, especially if you're someone who tends to get more oily like I do. Just be wary of that. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this concealer. Okay guys, so that was pretty much it for this video. If you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. I want to do another video featuring the Fenty concealer, so this is not the only one. So please stay tuned and subscribe to my channel so that way you don't miss out on that second video that's coming. Always thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in bye.